Hey everyone, it's Justin with Mymanjustin's Collectible Emporium, and I'm your man for Pokemon cards, card analysis, and Pokemon investment consulting. Today we're going to get into this collection I just acquired, and this collection has a lot of cards from the Sword and Shield sets, the Sword and Shield base as well as Rebel Clash, and this is my first time having a lot of the Sword and Shield cards. Up until now, I've only just had them kind of sporadically, so I'm just now kind of learning the pricing of them, which cards are in more demand, and I liked buying this collection. It was appealing to me because it's always nice to have the cards from the brand newest set, because there is going to be a lot of people that don't have a lot of those cards. So there's going to be a lot of people kind of scrambling to be able to get those cards first and just have them in their sets, and because the only other way to get them is just to open booster packs. So it's nice to have these cards. They go for a little more because they kind of start out at higher prices when they first come out, and then kind of will go down or go up sometimes as well. So we'll just get into it. And just to note, first off, this Silvally full art, right off the bat, is about a $10 card. And the Charizard and Braixen, again, right around that price. There's a lot of cards in this. This is about a $6 card. This Pikachu Sword and Shield promo, about a $6, $7 card. These Dragapults are both around $10 cards. And I just wanted to note that I think that Nintendo recently got new printing presses, and I think that because if you notice the colors that are in these newer cards, they seem a bit more vibrant. There seems to be a broader spectrum of colors that we haven't really seen in the past, and that's what I learned actually from working with Xerox, is that the higher quality printing presses had the ability to print a wider array of different colors, and more gradients and shades of the different colors. So if you see this this kind of like ruby red, this kind of lime emerald green, and just the kind of, it's a very rich deep color in the card, and I haven't seen these kind of colors in a lot of the older cards. So I think they're kind of stepping it up. The quality of these cards are a little higher, and you can see that with a lot of the cards. There is just a ton of color. The textured patterns in these change. You'll see with this one, as well as like you'll see later, the Lapras VMax. This one has this kind of swirl coming out like a vortex going to the center in the texture pattern to kind of bring out the hollow, make it pop a little more. Other cards have a different textured pattern to complement the different artwork of the card, and that's another really nice thing that just shows the level of production on these newest sets. They really did step it up, and that's good for grading as well, because they'll tend to grade higher just because the production level is of a higher quality. This Rillaboom VMax, about a $15 card. Kind of like the new Hyper Rares with the rainbow color, similar color, although there's a kind of a different textured pattern that kind of makes it look a little better, I think. This Snorlax here, a little under $10 probably, and again, this these colors, this is like a golden yellow with this kind of apple red. Looks really nice, and again, these are just like, so you can see here the difference in the colors. You can just see that it's a bit more rich, and there's color schemes that weren't seen in the older cards, which again leads me to believe they have purchased new printing presses to print their cards on. And most of these other cards are just around that $2 or $3 range. This is definitely a notable card. This is about a $50 to $60 card right now. This shiny Sylveon. Very, very nice with the blue. The shiny collectors have a their own subset of collecting themselves. Some people are just straight shiny collectors, and it's definitely a cool subset of collecting because it does go very far back. There was shinies released throughout the black and whites. There were shinies released throughout the platinums, and in the Wizards of the Coast, Neo Destiny, as well as a couple in Neo Revelation. So it's kind of a cool little subset to collect. And there's many different ways to collect. That's one of the nice things about Pokemon cards and the hobby itself, is that there's many ways. It's a very individualistic way for you to choose how you want to collect. And no way, I mean, I think you can get the same amount of joy out of it, even if it's depending on the level, whether minimally or maximally, and how you decide to do it. You can kind of cater it to yourself and find your kind of sweet spot of where it fits for you and your budget and your time and your interest. So, and this card right here is, even though it's just a GX, is about a $10 card as well. So it's always nice to have just standard GX cards that are worth that much money. This red and blue is another notable card. It's going for about $25 right now. It's got that nice kind of manga artwork. They shine really well. The holo pattern kind of emanates from the back, gives it a kind of 3D look. I'm really looking forward. There's another one of those Sylvalis. There was a lot of full art and non-full art GXs in this collection, which I liked. I actually took out most of them already and put them in a separate binder just to see how complete the collection was. And it's pretty complete. I'll show that in another video. Maybe I'll wait till it's totally complete, so I'll show off a full SV shiny collection. And the whole shiny phenomenon is getting a lot of notice, especially since the Pokemon Go game started releasing shinies. It became everyone's favorite thing to do, was go shiny hunting on community days and so forth. There's a couple Japanese cards in here as well, not many though. Stone Journer VMax. Stone Journer is one of the cards worth a little less than the others. Here's a notable card, Boss's Orders. This is another $25 to $30 card. There's a lot of Team Rocket collectors out there, and this will be an essential part of a collection for someone, kind of going on that subset. Like I said, there's many ways, different ways, people can collect, whether it's just normal sets, promotional sets, shiny cards, these full art females, specific Pokemon, this Charizard collectors or Rayquaza collectors, and of course here too. These came in that special box. They're just the promo versions. There is a Lunala and Solgaleo that were found in the packs in the set that are worth much more. This 3 set right here probably worth around $20. Zoroark was one of the go-to chase cards in Shining Legends, and this is a card that it has gone down in value a lot over time. It was a good card to play with. This trade ability in the game played pretty well. So here's this Welder. This is only about a $6 or $7 card. I haven't seen people getting these graded yet, unlike a lot of the other pretty female full art cards. Cinderace, there's a VMax, and so you can just see, especially with these VMax cards, there's just a lot of color, and the color is really defined too. You can see how the different colors separate from each other. It looks really great. Reverse Trainers, Tapu Lele card. It's also another card that's gone down a lot because I don't think it's in play anymore, of course. But when it was in play, now I think the card in play would be Dedenne. It has the similar ability as Wonder Tag. this full art Gardevoir EX is a $5 card. It's Primal Kyogre, about a $6, maybe $7 card. Dana and Oleana. Here's some more of the female full art trainers. Both under $10. She's kind of got that Victorian kind of anime look. It's kind of interesting artwork on her. This Inteleon is about a $15 card right now. They did a really good job on these VMaxes. They all have this kind of similar, it's almost like a cosmic dust, Milky Way galaxy looking background is what it reminds me of. It's almost like those are the stars, and these are it's like galactic dust around them, which is a cool look. It's unique. Again, Pokemon does manage to keep each era distinct and unique, and have a different theme for each era. For the EX era, there was the EX cards with the hollow border. For the Sun and Moon, there was the hyper rares. And each set has its own kind of theme. This right here, this Alolan Executor, is around a $15 card, I would say. Guzma, around $10. Just some standard GXs and V cards. Some more of the Ice Cube and Shuckle, or these realistically probably worth around $1 because they sell for like $1.50. You got to pay for the shipping. It's worth about $1. Kiawe is an important card for the game. If you, in the Burning Shadows deck, use that Charizard, you're going to need him to get all those fire energies to use his attacks. This Gyarados is like one of the few cards, as well as this Buzzwole, probably the only 2 cards in the whole set that anyone was interested in at all. Crimson Invasion is known to be a very underwhelming set. But this Gyarados is definitely one of the best cards, and it's probably worth around $10 as well. Here we got some Hidden Fates, Hidden Fates cards, Hidden Fates promo, Hidden Fates rare holo. Fates Cubone, some more Hidden Fates. There was a bunch, you can see that there's some taken out. These were, there was a lot of Hidden Fates reverse holos, common, uncommon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through these and try to see if I can, I'll get a near complete. I'm not going to get a complete set, but I will put together something and list it like that, because to list those cards at 99 cents each or even $1.25 is just not time efficient nor cost efficient. I really don't like to sell cards for anything less than $2, because after the 15-cent top loader, the 50-cent stamp, the 5 cents for materials, the 10% to eBay, the 35 cent to PayPal, it's not much. This Espeon here, again, worth around that $10 range. Probably just a little under $10 for the Tyranitar. There was also a lot of XY Evolutions cards in the set. I was able to make an almost complete set with that, and I have that listed right now if you're interested in XY Evolutions, which is a pretty cool set. There's a Charizard from it, because that set was interesting because it's done a good job of holding value over time. It kind of increased, and then ever since it's just kind of stayed at the same price. And it is a cool set because it has the re-renditions of the base set cards, but then also EXs alongside of it. There's the Dragonite EX, the Charizard EX, and there's also the Mega Charizard, which is the Mega Charizard artwork. The full art is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Mega Charizard artwork in all the sets. The Mega Blastoise and the Mega Venusaur as well look excellent. So it's actually a really nice set. Cinderace, about a $6 card. Oleana as well, $6 card. This right here, under 10, it's about a 5. So these are nicer GX cards. Shiftry, this is like the $1 to $2 card, but it's nice to see a bulk of the nicer GX and EX or V cards that are at least above $350. That's really what I'm looking for when I'm buying these collections, is to have like at least 70% of the cards be a bit more sought after GX or EX cards when I'm not considering the full arts or the secret rares. The Tapu Bulu was a popular card for a long time when it was in play, especially, and it was going for like, I remember about 4 years ago, I couldn't hold on to them. They would just go super fast for like $7. I think now they're probably around $3. This Morpeko is worth, the hyper rare is worth about 15 right now. This one's worth under 10. And since I have all 3 of them, I'll probably sell that in a lot just to avoid the selling transaction fees on 3 different cards, as well as the shipping materials on 3 cards. I like to always see if there's ways to combine cards together, because there's just a lot of benefits for it. It's much more efficient in many ways. Faba is another $6 roughly card. Suicune GX is about a $3 or $4. Zacian V, this is about a $20 card, at least 15. The Zamazenta and Zacian, this one probably around 10 as well. The Zamazenta a little less. There's a Stonejourner Full Art V. Stakataka Full Art. This Tyranitar here is actually a reprint of the Neo Discovery Tyranitar from the original Wizards of the Coast set. There's a bunch of those SM promo Raichus that were found in Hidden Fates tins, as well as the Gyarados. So this collection definitely went through a lot of Hidden Fates tins. You can see by the number of the Raichu, Charizard, and Gyarados promos. Here's another Dragapult, another $10 card. There's some nice cards on this page. Here we go with the Charizard Reshiram card. Definitely a nice card to see. This card's worth around $60 right now. Maybe even keep that one for my collection. It's one thing fun about buying these collections is that, I'm a collector as well. So when I see a card I like, I can just pick it out and save it. And this is a pretty interesting Snorlax. He's got like a forest on his stomach. That's going to be certainly above a $10 card there. All these VMaxes are pretty much always going to be above 10 right now. 10 to 15. Which is a pretty high price for a new card once you think about it. Some Hidden Fates Shiny Full Arts, TV Reporter, Professor Sycamore. See, these are nice. These are very nice cards. Lycanroc's hyper rare. Here's that Lapras I was talking about earlier, and how you can see that the textured pattern really kind of brings out the card, and it's you kind of get the feeling of waves. And Lapras is a water Pokemon, so kind of makes sense. Sorry, people. All right. This Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno Hyper Rare is probably the most common Hyper Rare ever released in the whole Pokemon series. And it's probably because that set only had one Hyper Rare card. Hidden Fates only had one Hyper Rare, and that was the card. I think I've even pulled at least 2 of them, and I haven't opened that many Hidden Fates packs. So we get deeper into it. A lot of just kind of rare holos. This is a, you know, what they call it, cracked ice or shattered holo. So that one would be something I'd probably sell individually. A lot of these other cards I won't take the time to list individually. This is a nice card. It's the General Mills promotional cards, and it's got the unique holo pattern, which is only in the General Mills holos. This might even be a card I keep for myself. That's pretty cool. And there's, I mean, relatively low printing of that one, and relatively low time frame in which it was available for the public as well. A lot of the Sword and Shield reverse holos, I'll get all those together as well, see what kind of near complete set I can put together out of those. There's a Secret Rare from Unified Minds, another one. It's a nice one with Ash and Pikachu. It's pretty cute. Greninja from Forbidden Light. Around a $7 card. The Shining Rayquaza. It's only about a $7 card. It becomes a more valuable card if you can get that in PSA 10. One of the things about this card is that they were often very off-centered, and as you can see with this one, the top of it is definitely off-centered and compared to the bottom. There's more yellow on the top. So that was one of the things that it was really hard to get the PSA 10s on those for centering reasons. There's a couple nice promo holo Pikachus. Those all list individually. Here's a card from a Platinum series or Diamond and Pearl. I have to check. But it's kind of, this is the only card in this collection from one of the older sets. Double. So here, yeah, there's just lots of reverse holo, uncommons, and commons. So these I'll just have to sell together. Here is some nice ones. So again, this Piplup Blastoise is about a $10 card. This right here around even $20. And the regular Pikachu Zekrom around $10. So there's 2 pretty nice cards. Giovanni's Exile. These pretty common full art cards from the Hidden Fates set, so those don't go for too much. Here's a full art Venusaur Snivy alternate promo, which is going to be around that $10 range. And we're at the end now. And there's another Stone Durner VMax, Zamazenta, and Alolan Ninetales. So there's a few nice more cards. So there it is. That is the most recent binder that I have acquired, most recent collection. If you saw any cards that you are interested in and you would like to purchase, they are all going to be available on my store on eBay at user Mymanjustin. And feel free to check it out, make an offer if you like. And also, if you have a collection you are interested in selling, I offer competitive prices. And if you want to contact me, leave a comment in the comment section or contact me at Instagram at mymanjustins_collectibles, or just on eBay you can message me and we can talk about it and see if we can work out a deal. So thanks for checking it out. Again, hope you saw something that maybe you were interested, or a card you needed to add to your collection that you weren't aware of yet. And I will see you on the next episode. I have another binder to showcase, and I have another one coming. Hopefully it'll be here tomorrow, but more likely on Monday. And that one has some pretty nice cards, including a Gold Star Flareon. So that'll be a nice one that has a little bit more of an older cards. Right now my shop is pretty much full of XY era and SM era, and now Sword and Shield era cards. So now that I've kind of got those bases covered, I am looking for Platinum, Diamond and Pearl, Black and White, EX, and Wizards of the Coast cards right now. So if you have those cards that you would like to sell, I will pay a premium for those right now. And I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.